Hi, I'm Kirly-Sue and I'm going to be going live any minute now with the plant-based Brotha. So he should be coming on pretty soon to connect with me, and we're going to be talking about all things vegan. So the plant-based Brotha is based in the USA, so it's 12:30 lunchtime in the USA, and obviously I'm based here in the UK. So we're going to be talking about eating out for vegans. We're also going to be talking about travel tips for vegans and how to transition into veganism, and also about strange questions that people ask of vegans. So I'm waiting for the plant-based Brotha. The time now is 6:30, so he should be here any second now. But if you have any questions, please post the questions in the comments section below. I'm just going to write in the comments section all things vegan, ask questions. Somebody's waving, hello. Ask questions now. So I'm just waiting for the plant-based Brotha to join me. He will be joining me from the USA. He's in Texas, so he will be joining me shortly. And then please, if you have any questions, please post them in the comments section. And if you do want me to give you a shout out, I'm giving some shout outs today as well, so let me know. So I'm just waiting on the plant-based Brotha. He should be here very, very soon. So there's many questions that we're going to be answering today, mainly around vegan food and lifestyle. And I've been a vegan since, about 6 years now. And I was a vegetarian before, so it wasn't too difficult. I'm just waving. Hello to Top Shelf K, Carissa, and hello to Price Property Solution. Prissa, I can't pronounce it. Pritzker Top Property Solution. Hello to She Organizes For You. Hello, thank you for joining me. Stay with us. The plant-based Brotha from Texas will be joining me very soon. So if you have any vegan questions, please post them in the comment section below. If you're not already following me, then please, by all means, do follow me on Instagram at KirlySue's Kitchen. So let me just pin my comment at the top so you can see what we're talking about today. Simon Tinsley, thank you for joining us today. If you're not following me, please do follow me on Instagram. Most of my followers I do know, but I have a few thousand now, so it's difficult sometimes to keep up. But if you're not following me, please feel free to follow me on Instagram. Just waiting for the plant-based Brotha to join us. We're going to be talking about eating out for vegans, so I'll start with that until he comes. Eating out for vegans in London is actually quite easy, I would say, because the veganism is quite big in the UK. Even the non-vegan restaurants are all jumping on the bandwagon, and they are giving us vegan options. Some of them are quite good, some of them could improve a bit more, but in general, if you're eating out in London, it's really good. There's quite a lot of Indian and Thai restaurants, and they're really good with vegan food. There's also a website called the Happy Cow, and the Happy Cow will tell you any country in the world. If you put in the details of that country, it will tell you where all the vegan, I think it covers vegan and vegetarian places are to eat anywhere in the world. So Happy Cow is a really good one to look at. Also in London, they have one of my favorite vegan restaurants is Mildred's. Mildred's is a really great restaurant. It's got a mixture of different styles of vegan food. Also, Miss Cupcake is a vegan bakery. Now, if I lived closer to there, I'd be huge, because she makes the most amazing cupcakes. Brilliant. And closer to my house is Cookies and Scream. They make vegan and gluten-free. All of their stuff is vegan and gluten-free cakes and cookies. And I must say, usually when it's gluten-free, I don't like it that much. The texture I always struggle with. But I do notice at Cookies and Scream, they seem to have got it down to a fine art. They seem to be really good at it. So I love going there. The sugar content is a little on the high side, but it, cake is for special occasions. It's not for every single day. But yes, in terms of eating out, brilliant in in London, really good. So if you have any questions about eating out in London, please feel free. Hold on, let me see who's trying to join me. Yeah, here he is. Waiting for the plant-based brother to join me now. Just coming through. Connect. Here we are. Hi.
So good to see you.
Oh, let me turn you up. Let's see if I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Woo! Yes, I'm excited.
Oh, we've got loads of people coming in. Hello.
That's so dope. I know last time we tried it, yeah, we couldn't hear the sound, remember?
Yeah, I was outside, yes. But, yeah. Welcome. Good to see you.
You as well. I'm so excited. Yeah, let me get some water. Okay.
So if you have any questions, please do put them in the comment section below. Welcome to Paulette3165. Welcome to Syrah Smiles. Welcome.
What's up? Those my peoples.
Yes. So any questions, please put them in the comment section below. We'll try and answer as many of the questions as we can as people are tuning in. So, plant-based brother.
What's up?
Oh, this is so cool. So, we're going to talk about eating out for vegans. Now, I just spoke while you weren't on the air about eating out in London. So, if you want to talk about, because you're in Texas, yes? Yeah, yes. If you talk about eating out in Texas, and then I'll jump in about eating out in London. You've been to London because that's last time I saw you were in London.
Yes, yeah? Right.
I know I owe you a trip to Texas. I will come at some point.
Come through, please.
Yeah.
Okay, eating out in Texas. So, I kind of am spoiled in the sense of I've been plant-based for a long time, since I was like 12. So I know what questions to ask when I go to a restaurant and things like that. But in Texas, it's a high population of Mexican individuals. So there are a ton of delicious Mexican restaurants. But the thing is that traditional Texas restaurants, Mexican restaurants, they make lard with their tortillas. Flavoring. Yeah, so that's something that I have to be very intentional about when I go to a restaurant. I'm like, hey, do your pinto beans have lard in it, like refried beans? Do they have lard in it? Do your tortillas have lard in it? So that's something that you have to ask. And then another thing, now everybody's like plant-based, vegan, vegetarian. And the thing is that, sometimes waiters and waitresses, as you may know, they may, I'm vegan or I'm vegetarian. They still might bring something out with butter or with cheese on it. It's like, no, I can't eat that salad because I can't eat the salad because it has cheese in it. So eating out, you just have to be very, very specific with individuals because they don't know. Like sometimes you have to say, like, yeah, can you make sure there's no dairy and this, that, and the third. So eating out in Texas is cool, but you just have to ask those questions. Or what I do, anytime I'm going out with friends, like going out to eat, I'm going to look at the menu beforehand. You know what I mean? So I can see like, okay, is there anything on the menu that I can get? Can I call somebody? And these are like small things that people don't even think about doing, but I'm doing it because I want to make sure y'all going to be eating your good food. I want to eat my good food too.
Absolutely.
So, you feel me? So yeah,
yes.
I definitely am very intentional about asking those questions, looking at the menu beforehand, and talking to the waiter or the cook. Hey, can I talk to the chef? Yeah, does this have bacon in it? A lot of times I love Brussels sprouts, and a lot of times here they put like bacon in the Brussels sprouts. Hey, can that be omitted? Can that be omitted? Or some restaurants the stuff is pre-cooked. So
yeah,
you know what I mean. If it comes in the batter when they make it early in the morning and it has bacon in it, you stuck. But if you have something else where it's made on site and they can just simply omit it, you got to ask those questions. Right. Carla said, and cooking with butter. It's like, I don't want no butter. Unless it's earth balance, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're also going to talk about travel tips for vegans. So I've got quite a few because I travel a lot. So
Yes, you do.
I've got travel. So travel tips. One thing I learned is to buy stuff like these. There's this size and there's this size. And I usually fill these with nuts or raisins or seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds. I usually mix them together, any kind of dried fruits, and that becomes my little snack pack. So when I'm traveling, I always assume that they may not have what I need. So to save me complaining, I always think, right, if I'm going to the airport, don't assume they're always going to have a good option. Yeah, dehydrated fruits and veggies is a must-have, Carla is saying. Yeah, so I always take a backup, always have a backup plan. So if I'm traveling, I have my nuts and seeds, because sometimes on the aeroplane, they don't have anything snack-wise for vegans, or they will tell you it is, and then you realize it's not.
It's
so always
not,
have
right.
something else. And I might have some small packs of little, you call them cookies, we call them little biscuits. Might have little packs of those. Any little things that will, stop me from feeling too hungry. You can even get those little snack packs of crackers and peanut butter or carrot sticks and hummus, the little snack packs. So stuff like that I always carry. I always also don't always assume that when I arrive to my destination that I will be able to find something for breakfast. So I always carry one of these size non-dairy milk. So this is 250 mils. So one of these. So it can be, this is coconut, you can get almond, you can get any kind of non-dairy. So I always take enough of these for usually most of the time I'm away. And then I will make my own granola and put it into different bags. Bag it up into portion sizes and take that with me. So Carla is saying packing the dehydrated goods in Ziploc bags is good as well. You can flatten the air out and carry them right on the plane. Absolutely. So that's what I do. Bring breakfast with me. That way, if I start at the hotel and they don't have anything, not a problem. All I need is a bowl.
Good.
And even then, I usually bring the bowl anyway. So done.
Yeah.
So I always bring breakfast with me. I always have a plan B. And if I'm going to a country and I'm not sure if they have anything vegan, you can get these sachets. I didn't have one to show you, of pre-cooked lentils. So you can actually eat it cold. They're actually quite nice. They're lightly seasoned. So I can have all the vegetables and whatever else they're serving and then have my kind of protein type stuff on the plate. So I always have my backups. So for traveling,
that's such a great idea. Because I'm a dude, I'm so low maintenance. Like, when I tell you low maintenance, I'm low maintenance. So if I get somewhere, and literally I'm not able to pack some snacks or, beforehand, I'm going to see what they have in the food court. And, vegan, plant-based people, you can't go wrong with potatoes, right? So, breakfast potatoes and this, that, and the third.
True.
So I'm super low maintenance, but you're right about that in terms of, you get into a place that, especially on the airplane, I'm usually sleeping on the airplane, so I don't even get the chance to enjoy the cookies and the pretzels and this and that. My issue is not with it being vegan or not, because sometimes they're like vegan or whatever, it's the stuff we can eat. Sometimes it just has tons of ingredients. And I just it just turns me all the way off. It's just like, yo, why does this have 1,000,001 ingredients? So yeah, that's my whole thing. Like, even the big name brand stuff. I was looking, I was like, nah, I don't want to eat that. Nope, I can't pronounce that. I'm not going to ingest that in my body. So, but I love that a lot more places, especially in the airport, when you're traveling, and gas stations here, a lot more of them are having fruit, like bananas and apples and stuff like that. I'm a snacker, so I'm going to be I'll be getting some almonds or some chips. I love chips. I'm just going to throw it out there. Some almonds, some chips. Maybe some mints, and I'm good. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Carlos just said as soon as she lands, she will Google health food store or grocery
Yep.
store. When I used to travel back and forth for about 5 years to St. Louis, Missouri, because I was filming out there. And what I used to do is used to find a Trader Joe's out there or a
Mm-hmm.
Kruger's. Is it Kroger's? Kruger's?
Kroger. Uh-huh.
Kroger. Yeah. So I used to find those stores really good, and obviously there's Whole Foods out there as well. So
Right. Right.
those work really well. I also, to make it healthy, electrical appliance in the US is really cheap. So I bought a blender that was like $23. And then my sisters and we just had smoothies for breakfast. So you just bought the ingredients and then just made it in the hotel room. So that was really good. And then what we did with the blender when we were going, we just found a member of staff who'd been really helpful and just gave her the blender. She was delighted. All right, Carla's saying, yes, I'm about to head to TJ now, Trader Joe's now, because I don't have one near my home.
That's so funny.
Okay. Well, I'm in London and we don't have any, but we do have a lot of good health food stores. So enjoy Trader Joe's. All right, our next one, we're going to talk about transitioning to a vegan diet. And did you want to go first?
Or
shall I go first? You tell me.
I'll go first. Yeah, I think that when you're transitioning, you have to definitely go at your own pace. And I say that because I meet people all the time. Yo, I can be vegan or I can be plant-based or whatever the case. Maybe I just can't give up cheese or I can't give up dairy or I can't give up eggs. I love eggs. And excuse me, I think that so many times we try to, and it's kind of like the journey of life. We think that it's one way, but it's really not that one way. Yeah. And you can literally give up. I don't know about your story, KirlySue, but I kind of went cold turkey when I gave up fish and dairy. And when I gave up meat, it wasn't really cold turkey, but it kind of was. It was over like a couple weeks that I just started eliminating stuff one by one by one, and I just stuck to being like a pescatarian, plant-based pescatarian. But yeah, I tell people all the time, make sure that if you can't go cold turkey, cool, because I don't want to take that away from anybody. Some of us have incredibly strong, what up, Tip? Some of us have incredibly strong discipline and willpower, and we can do that. But when you're transitioning to being plant-based, I definitely think that you should not compare your journey. I think you should find the things that you like. Find the things that you like. And then most importantly, get on the internet. One of my favorite things to tell people is, when we went vegan, vegetarian, plant-based, things were a lot different. So these days you have Pinterest, you have YouTube, you have Google, you have Instagram, you have all of these avenues in which you can get information. And I say anything in the world that you like, you can make it vegan. Anything, like anything. They have so many substitutes, and where there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? So.
I think sometimes people get a bit overwhelmed because people ask me that question all the time. They say, I want to go vegan, but I don't know where to begin. Loads of people ask me that. So what I say to them is start slow and build. So I said, start off by doing one vegan meal a week. If you're really struggling, one vegan meal a week. Pick breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whichever. And then they usually do that. And I said, then graduate to 2 a week. And then what you could do is then start eventually having all of your breakfasts can be vegan, and then graduate to breakfast and lunch, and then eventually dinner, and then your snacks and so forth. And it's about going through your cupboard, high brown vegan, going through your cupboard and your pantry or larder, whichever you call it, and making sure that you know what is vegan and what isn't. A lot of people have vegan stuff in their cupboard already, but it's just they don't think of it as vegan. It's just identifying what you already have that's vegan, and then sticking with those, and then gradually. So it's a gradual process. I think it's less of a shock to the body. As you said, loads of people can go cold turkey and think, you know what, as from the 5th of whatever, I'm going to never eat, and they do fine. Right. They're the exception there. They're not the norm. Most people will be like, where is my meat? Where's my chicken? Where's my fish? But I think slowly, and you can do it. And find somebody did say to me she loves omelettes, and she says, I really want to find how to make the perfect omelette that tastes like an omelette but is vegan. I said, you know what? Find some new loves. There are some things that you can make anything vegan, but if you want it to taste and the texture to be exactly the same,
it won't,
because it's not.
It won't.
You just
You're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, you just have to. There are products that are very similar, but if you're used to your normal fried, you're gonna know the difference straight away.
And then Carla I know Brown Vegan, I watched a couple weeks ago. She did like a test video, not a test video, but she did a video trying out just egg. And she tried to make it as an omelet, and she did mention that. She said, like, yo, it's a little bit different than, you know, the cheesy omelet or the cheesy eggs I used to like back in the day. But we have to be like kind of okay with that. And then Carla said, she said something really good. I really like that point. Oh, encourage people to add more fruit and veggies rather than subtract from their food.
Yeah.
That's dope, and that's important because, you know, people don't like to eat fruits and veggies. You know, people unfortunately, they don't. So
I don't know why. There's so many different fruits in the world. I love fruit. I think some people say that to me. Oh, I don't really eat fruit. I said, okay, when you go in the supermarket, there's probably 20, 30, 40 different fruits. You don't like any one of them? I said, just buy the fruit you like. Don't buy fruit you don't like. Buy fruit that you do like. And you will eat it. Like, I love grapes. I love lychee. I love mango. You know, all those. I always buy the fruit that I like, and then it will disappear from the fruit bowl. Yeah.
And the thing is with fruit, why I love fruit so much is people sleep on fruit. Like, it's very filling. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, I'm kind of like conflicted when I drink orange juice or apple juice sometimes, because, you know, I can drink like, you know, 16 ounces. But if you really knew how many apples it took to make that orange juice or that apple juice or whatever the case may be, it's a lot. And the thing is, if I sat here right now and ate 5 oranges, I would be like, oh man, I'm so full. You know what I mean? So I think people definitely need to try doing like nothing but fruit for veggies and for breakfast, and they're gonna see like, yo, it is incredibly filling, because, you know, that's the thing that people say when you're going vegan or vegetarian. I have tried, you know, I've heard this 1,000,001 times. I've tried to go vegan, but I was still full. I mean, I was still hungry, and this, that, and the third. I was just like, how are you still hungry? Just eat more fruits, eat more greens, eat more, you know, whatever the case may be. What's up, Lone Body? What's up, guys? So I always tell people, make sure that you incorporate those fruits and vegetables, and be okay with trying stuff that you've never tried before. You know what I mean? Like eggplant, beets, rutabagas. You know, those are kind of like the outliers as far as the veggies are concerned, because everybody knows broccoli. You know, everybody always tells me corn is a vegetable, which it's not. So, you know, everybody knows, you know, spinach and things like green beans, but what about the other fruits and veggies? And it's like you said, you go into a supermarket, it's like 20, you know, 30 vegetables out there that if you're open to trying, you should.
Yeah, definitely. It won't harm you at all. So some of the people I say, you know, try different fruits, it's about being adventurous, and sometimes it's not necessarily they don't like a particular fruit or vegetable. Sometimes they don't like the way it's cooked. Like some people will like berries, but they don't like cooked berries. Or some people like cooked berries, but they don't like fresh berries. So it's looking at how do you like the fruit or veg, and in which way do you like it prepared? Because there's lots of different ways in which you can have it. I like my vegetables steamed. I like them baked. Sometimes I like them raw as well. I'm not keen on boiled vegetables, but someone who's grown up and their parents have always boiled the living daylights out of the vegetables will probably say, I don't like vegetables. Have you tried it steamed with a little salt and pepper and a little coconut oil? Have you tried it that way? It's just how you prepare it, I think.
You prepare it. Yes. What's up, Mindset Chris? What up, my bro Ike? What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in. You got the plant-based brother.
Please follow the plant-based brother, and please follow me on Instagram. Please follow us.
Yo. So this is for y'all who don't know. This is my homie from London. We linked up last. Oh my gosh, it was literally last year June.
Yes.
The end of June, because I remember where I was at that time. Last year June, we linked up. We went to Loving Cut. What up, Bobby Wasabi and Crystal-Sue? So linked up with my girl Kirly-Sue. We went to Loving Cut. It was dope. Great person, great energy, and we were just like, yo, we have not been on live in too long. So I got my people in the States. She got her people in the UK, and we're talking about all things vegan, all things plant-based, as far as travel, as far as packing, as far as transitioning, as far as going out there. So any questions that you guys may have, holla at us, ask below. We're trying to get y'all right. We're trying to level up. Let's get it.
So I'm in the UK and he's in the USA. So you're getting it from across the globe now.
Yes. That's so dope. That sounds even so dope when you say it out loud. Like, you're all the way over there, 6 hours ahead of me.
Yeah, it's nearly 7 o'clock in the evening here now.
Right, and it's about to be 1 o'clock p.m. where I am. So that is so cool.
The power of technology, yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So the final thing we're going to talk about is strange questions that vegans are asked. I don't know if you get asked many strange questions. I get asked quite a few strange questions, but I'll tell you the strangest question I've ever been asked. There was a lady who said to me, "Are you vegan?" And I said yes. And she said, "Is the reason that you're vegan, is it because when cows are milked, is it because you feel that they're being molested when they're being milked?"
Wow.
I'd never heard that one before. I said, well, I can't say I thought of it exactly that way, but now that you say it, well, you know, what do you do with that? It's just weird.
Yeah.
Somebody's rolling their eyes.
Oh, that's the plant-based MD. What's up to all SDA people? What's up? My SDA people on the line. What's up?
Or what's other strange ones? They said, "Oh, are you offended when people eat meat in front?" Well, that's not really a strange question. I suppose it's a valid question. Are you offended when people eat meat in front of you? Because the strange thing for me is they assume that you're going to be an angry vegan, and I said, no, I'm not an angry vegan. I'm a happy vegan. So, you know, what's it say? Can you just remove the cheese from the salad and eat
Carly,
it?
you already know. Carly, you already know.
Out of the soup. No. I've had a similar one where they said, "Oh, we didn't really have a vegan option, but we can give you the gravy from the meat." So how does that work? Or I've been to weddings. Yeah, or I've been to weddings and they say, "Oh yes, we know. We've got your vegan option. Not to worry. The fish is coming soon."
Wow.
But the problem there, people think that fish is vegan because there are people who eat fish who say they are vegetarian and say they are vegan. And I say, because people will say, "Oh, my cousin is vegan, but she eats fish." I said, your cousin's confused because she's not. Basically,
she's not vegan, right?
And that's where the confusion.
And I want to speak to that for all my people that are on the line. So I consider myself plant-based because when I was in 2000, before it was a fad, before it was cool, I consider myself plant-based because I saw a documentary at church and I decided intentionally, I was just like, well, I didn't know they did that stuff to animals. I want to incorporate no meat. Well, less meat. I'll say less meat. And I want to eat more veggies. So I made that conscious decision at 12 years old. So at that time, I was still eating fish and dairy. So that's why I consider myself plant-based. Because to me, I make my own definitions. I'm in my own lane. I could do that. Thanks. But seriously, I think that plant-based is like that umbrella. And then under plant-based, you have all these different things. So you have raw vegans. You have vegetarians, you have people, and I say that because people are consciously deciding to eat more vegetables and less meat. If you only eat chicken on Sundays at your family dinners and you are vegan the rest of the week, you are plant-based. And it's just people try to put people in their own boxes, and I don't let anybody do that for me. So I tell people like, hey, don't let people do that for you either. And then I am, so, you know, when I first, you know, gave up meat, it was like, oh, I didn't know they did that stuff to animals. I was super empathetic, not saying I'm not anymore. But right now, as a young man, as someone who's in the community, as a man, as a Black man, and that sees my community and how they're dying from stuff that are super preventable, excuse me. So I'm talking about from high blood pressure to, you know, diabetes. These stuff are preventable. So my mission now is more so focused on community. I love animals, but I'm not going to put animals over people. They're not the same. There is a hierarchy. God said it, period. I said what I said. So that's kind of like where my mission is now. So that's why I'm always like I eat vegan. Yes, I do eat vegan. I still do my honey, and I know that's a big topic of debate in the plant-based vegetarian community. But I'm really intentional on saying like plant-based and what that means, and looking at the definition and telling people my story. I was like, I wanted to eat more veggies. I was a kid, and I didn't want to eat meat anymore. Yeah, so that I had to share that.
I wanted to read. Carla said, I just attended my 30-year high school reunion, and my vegan option was salad, a separate plate, rice, grilled zucchini, grilled red pepper, and blackened plantains on a separate plate.
That's not bad, Carla. Is that bad? That's good.
How is that a meal?
But that's way better than some of the places that I've been. And it was like a veggie plate, and it's like a carrot, a spinach, you know what I mean, and something that sounds real. I'll tear up some blackened plantains and some zucchini and rice, put it on top.
Yeah, but it's all dry. It's all dry. There's no gravy or nothing. Well, I've had a similar strange one where years ago I was in hospital. And they said, yeah, we've got a vegan option for you. I said, okay, which one is that? Because they give you a menu and you choose. They said, yeah, it's the Bob Marley stew. Bob Marley does not make, he doesn't have a food line. He makes records, songs. There's a clothing line, I think. There's souvenirs. There's no food line. I just thought, they just made it up. They just thought, yeah, that's Caribbean. Yeah, just Bob Marley. Yeah, something. Yeah. So, okay, fine, whatever. Okay, so she said, come on, no tomatoes, cucumber. How about onions or something like that? They could have had refried beans on there or something. If refried beans are something, some kind of. I just think they don't really think of how it's a meal, because one of the times in the hospital they said, oh, we're going to give you some vegetable samosas and we'll give you some boiled tomatoes with it. How is that going to I said, that's not going to taste good. It won't.
Not together. Not together.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Boiled tomatoes and a samosa. I said, that's not a meal. It will not taste good. It can't. They
better roasted tomatoes. They better get a immersion blender and make a soup. And then you eat your samosas with that. That's a lot better.
They need a lot of help. I'd love to go to some restaurant, because I went to an event at a hotel and they said they had the vegan option. And when I said, what is it? They went, well, actually, we didn't really know what to make. I said, okay, let me help you out. So I went in the kitchen. I said, have you got any chickpeas? I said, all right, bring the chickpeas. I said, have you got any seasoning? Yeah. I said, have you got any seasonings? They said, yeah. I said, bring the seasonings. I said, have you got any potatoes? I said, get your sous chef to chop up the potatoes. And I just said, right, this is how you do it. Blah. And they went, oh. I said, it's cheap as well. Right. Thank you very much. And then for the dessert, I just made a tray of dessert and just said, here, take it.
They need us. They need us. They really do need us. They need us out here.
Right.
Crystal Sue was like, OMG, that is funny. Wow. That's funny.
All right, so we've been online about half an hour, and I need to go soon. So it's been unless you had anything more to say.
So I don't know if the plant-based MD is still on. That is the homie. She's SD like us as well.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, you definitely have to connect with her if you haven't already. But she had a post. She's always dropping jewels on Instagram, and she said so many, because as vegan and vegetarians, plant-based individuals, whatever you classify yourself as, I know the number. Where do you get your protein from? We always hear that. Where do you get your protein from?
Yeah, classic question.
And I'm just like racking my brain. It's like, stop talking about protein. None of us are protein deficient. Just stop it. But so she made a post, a really good post. She was just like, we need to be having less of the conversation of where do you get your protein from and more of the conversation of, do you have enough fiber in your diet? Are you regular? And I was just like, whoa, people don't ever talk about fiber. Like, fiber is super important. All right, do you use the restroom after every meal like you should? Or do you, wait a couple of days? Like, these are conversations that individuals need to have. Like, get your fiber. We're not lacking protein in anything because there's protein in so many things that we eat, and kale, and chickpeas, and this and that.
Broccoli.
So, broccoli, exactly. So.
Okay. Well, it's been great. We need to do this more often. Thank you. If you're not following, please follow the Plant-Based Brother. If you're not following me, please follow me, KirlySue's Kitchen. If you have any questions, please post them below. If not, inbox me or inbox the Plant-Based Brother. It's been really good. Eat good, eat clean, eat blessed. Thank you for watching. Speak to you next time.
Woo, woo. Talk to you later. Thank you, Carla. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.